Ooni of Ife's wives alleged to have cried, swore, said all sort of things, called all their gods to come down as Ooni's brother Adeday and the other Adeday, the dark one, and the father accused them, like look them in the eyes and accuse them of attack on Queen Naomi's shop, that it has to have come from the palace, like it came from the palace. That is no doubt that one of them did what they did to Queen Naomi to break her down, and made it very clear to them as a family that is not acceptable, and that they are not going to sit back and watch them drag their name to the mud just because of their, gross level of jealousy, that they cannot see past the love that Queen Naomi shares with the Ooni of Ife. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Delaram. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the sources still on the royals. Delarite. Happy weekend, happy Sunday to you. I appreciate you. I love you. I thank you. I am grateful. When I thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Delarite. I love you guys. Okay, so if you're here to subscribe, kindly go ahead, hit that subscribe button. Do not forget to turn on the notification bell. I appreciate you so much. I love you. Give this video a thumbs up. Report reaching us is that the Ooni of Ife's older brother Adeday is not taking it lightly with the wives. To the Ooni of Ife, you do know that brother Adeday is very, very quiet. He is, I think for me, I want to believe that he is the finest of all the brothers. I do know that the Ooni of Ife is very fine, but that one is very soft as well. And he has not been talking a lot. If you hear anything that comes out of the brothers, it's usually the dark one. But this time they say Adeday is taking it very personal, that they put an attack on Queen Naomi's shop and, carted away with her goods. And he is saying without any doubt that attack came from the palace, and warning the wives of the Ooni to stay away from Queen Naomi. Now, you do understand that the reason why these people take this very personal is because anything that hurts Queen Naomi tends to hurt the Tadenikawo. Tadenikawo happens to be their son. Tadenikawo is the heir apparent to the throne. When we talk about the heir apparent to the throne, I do know that a lot of you may not understand how the royalty seat, the ruler seat of Ile-Ife works. The Ile-Ife as a whole has got 5 ruling houses. Any boy child who has been properly groomed from these 5 ruling houses is capable of being a king, even though they rotate it and rotate it and rotate it. So if you have your own boy child, you don't groom, educate, train the child on traditional matters and all of that. Now, when it gets to your turn, to your own house, there is a possibility that when the kingmakers evaluate, they interview, they do all their stuff, they might pass your house and pick from another house. But these 5 ruling houses, you can pick the entire Ile-Ife from generation to generation. The kingship will always revolve around these 5 ruling houses. There is no other house from any clan that can come and take it away from them. And so now this goes to explain why Ooni of Ife is very, very serious about bringing Tadenikawo back to the palace so he can train, he can, nurture the boy. The boy can grow or should grow under his own tutelage. Now, when people have seen a lot of bloggers who will tell you that Tadenikawo is the heir apparent, Tadenikawo is the heir apparent. It's not like the Igbo land where because I am a king, my son must be a king. The Ife land is not like that. I said this the other day, somebody was busy blabbing on the comment. If you don't know something, some of us try to make research to understand what is happening, okay? Go back and find out. Ile-Ife has 5 ruling houses. So Tadenikawo must not necessarily be the king because Ooni of Ife is the king, but Ooni of Ife needs to train him to understand traditional matters for the next future. So Tadenikawo, right now as we speak, any time in this world can be a king any day because it's from that Ogunwusi. Ogunwusi is a ruling house of the Ile-Ife. Now, going back to what this is that you can now see the reason why Tadenikawo is so highly protected, okay? Now, the same way they will protect Tadenikawo is the same way they will protect Uncle Aday's son. Uncle Aday is the fair that fair man I'm talking about that raised this alarm. Okay, the same way they will protect Tadenikawo is the same way they'll protect Uncle Aday's son. Is the same way they'll protect the other Aday's son. Now all of these their sons. When that time comes where it revolves back to the Ogunwusi, any of these grandchildren now could become king of Ile-Ife. So these people are very, very important. It might be Tadenikawo. So when you see them protect their children, those boys, so jealously, it is because of what lies ahead. It's because of the future. It is because of this kingship, rulership, and all of that. So they all jointly protect these children. And that is why you see that the extent for which Ooni of Ife can go to favor Tadenikawo and favor Queen Naomi can never be overemphasized. Because look, Tadenikawo is his crown jewel, his crown everything. Right now, he is the only boy. And he is the first son. And now that is how it is. He is his first son. And so people who undermine the relationship between Olori Naomi and Ooni of Ife are people who do not understand how these things work in the land of Ile-Ife. Naomi will always be very, very important to the Ooni of Ife. See, let me tell you something. For those of you who come to tell me, Delaram, you, your own, Naomi this, let me tell you something. No matter what you think, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, it's not going to change the fact that God blessed Naomi with that boy. Maybe God saw that Naomi was going to suffer, go through the stress, and that was why God rewarded Naomi with Tadenikawo, because Tadenikawo is a reward for Naomi's suffering. I want to tell you that I do know that if Naomi would have to go through everything she has been through to have had Tadenikawo, she would do it all over again, because Naomi will forever be provided for. Let me tell you something, like the president of each nation. Let me tell you, that's what Naomi is. Like you see President Jonathan, you see President Obasanjo, you see Buhari, you see this Tinubu. Whether Tinubu makes a good president, whether Tinubu makes a bad president, no matter what happens, let me tell you, for the rest of Tinubu's life, Nigeria will pay Tinubu. Tinubu cannot go back home and go and suffer, or Buhari that is in Delaram now. Let's say, for instance, he has not maxed wealth for himself, and you think that one day you see Buhari on the street begging for food. It's not possible. It's not even possible. It's not done. So that is how Queen Naomi is to the Ooni of Ife. Or Queen Naomi will always eat the royal bread. Queen Naomi will always enjoy royalty. Queen Naomi will always be that Queen Naomi. So no matter how much you people drag her down, you're not the one that gave her that crown, she will always be, okay? And so why am I saying? This is why you see when something happens to Queen Naomi, they take it very seriously, because it could there may be a negative overflow to Tadenikawo. And that is why you see them protect Naomi and protect Naomi and protect Naomi. If something happens to Naomi, Ooni of Ife is agitated. Ooni of Ife may be with all his wives, they may be talking and joking. A call comes that has anything to do with Naomi. Ooni of Ife is already not knowing what to do, because he wants to attend to that thing, because Tadenikawo is with Queen Naomi. Anything that goes wrong with Queen Naomi, there is a likelihood that it might go wrong with Tadenikawo. So they say Adeday has come to meet the wives and gave them serious basbos to leave Queen Naomi alone, that he has been keeping quiet, because it's not a traditional thing for him to, pass his brother who is a king to go and be talking to the wives and all of that. That is not acceptable. But if they do not leave Queen Naomi alone, he would take action against them, because he is very, very sure that this is coming from the palace. And they say wives were just crying that they know nothing about it, that is one egg that spoils the other, and there is women who are doing all of these things and putting other people's reputation into jeopardy, and that it's not fair. So this is what has been going on. I wanted to bring you this. I'm going to bring you more. I appreciate you so much. Thank you.